Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. I really, really appreciate it. What's up, Jacob John J and the NTZ crew? I know Michael Beach of Life's probably gonna be on here. There he is. Thank y'all, man, for what y'all do for this channel. I really mean that, man. I don't take it for granted. When you come back, Mike, lunch is on me. I already said that. We'll be in Bahal for the holidays. One of my subscribers invited me and the family down. All my members, Jeffrey Taylor, what's up, man? You'll be here, huh? For that wedding, man. Why don't you stop your friend, man, from chopping his damn head off? All my members, that's Harry Shoulders. All my old heads, Rag Jam Rock, Mopar. Thank y'all for y'all support. Any new viewers and subscribers join us for the first time today, welcome. And anybody catching this on replay, the peso is 57.82, man. It's slipping. I don't know. Maybe they got the word that Trump president that's scared. You know, he's a big bad Trump. But it's slipping, man. It went down a whole peso. Over a peso in the last day or two. I don't know what that's all about. But we always have a topic. Today's topic is how important is personal hygiene in a relationship? We're going to talk about that. And of course, whatever you guys want to talk about, you know, the big news today is Elliot Eastman. Y'all know I always ask about him at the end of my vlogs, and well, he's presumed dead. I read a couple of articles. The first one I read was on CBS News, and I posted it on my community page. They said he died the first night. Witnesses said he was shot in the leg and the stomach, and he died in the boat, and they threw him overboard like a piece of trash. See, I feel a certain way about that. You know, they're trying to blame it on the area, guys. I was in a worse area than Eastman, and I lived there on and off for 10 years. I never had any problem. If it was the area, then why did it take them so long to target him? He's been there on and off for a year and a half, I think something like 5 months straight. If they want you, it don't take that long, guys. My humble opinion is this guy was a victim of a crime of passion. He was young, he was fairly attractive, and you know, he was just unfortunate enough to be with a woman who had a jealous suitor or a jealous ex. That's what that was all about. That's just my 2 cents, man. But it's a warning to us over here. I bring it up all the time. We're sitting ducks over here. We're at the mercy of Filipino people over here. We can't own guns. You're going to do exactly what he did if 4 armed men show up at your door. What are you going to do? You're going to fight back. Hopefully. You can't own a firearm. That's something you need to talk about with your girl. Because the only reason why there's not more cases like that is because Filipinos really are good people. You really are welcome here. Otherwise, there will be so many cases like that. They know you can't own a gun. All they got to do is come to your house and shoot you or whatever it is. That's why I always say be humble over here, man. You don't have to flaunt stuff in people's face and all that. But I do want to say, anybody that's blaming this young man for his death, man, you need to be ashamed of yourself. It's not a hoax. Okay? What he was talking about online and all that had nothing to do with it, man. Those guys wasn't watching his channel. Well, nobody was watching his channel for real. Makes you think Filipinos was watching his channel. Okay? And then the way he was living, people over here aren't stupid. They saw how he was living. He didn't have no money, man. If they want somebody that's got money, all they got to do is a whole lot more YouTubers they could target. And certainly not him. He was living bad over here. My sincerest condolences go out to his family. I can only imagine what they're feeling now. Because he didn't deserve that. You know, but the one thing that I can say, they did tell him, hey, you need to leave. If in fact they warned him, that's what the police said. But now they're saying that they knew that he died the first night. So why did they wait so long to report it? I don't know. Did it have something to do with tourism or something? I don't know. But they're trying to blame it on that area, guys. He wasn't far from where I used to live. I was in the red zone, okay? They could have easily got him if they wanted him. They wouldn't have waited that long to do it. You know, I'm just saying. Thomas says, I worry about these kinds of things every day. These people know you have money, they just don't know how much. And well, they're not really studying us for real. They're minding their own business over here, Thomas. And they're good people. Remember, this is the most, you know, people always talk about religion all the time. This is the most religious country on the planet. I mean, they could get you anytime they want. You don't know the good guys from the bad guys. Okay? You just don't know. That's why it's good to have a woman because she can be your liaison, man. She can tell you when people are talking about you and if you should be worried and who the bad guys are, who the good guys are, what areas to avoid and all that kind of stuff. But what happened to that young man, man, it had nothing to do with what people think it had to do with. You know, I've got a subscriber. He came to my house and stayed in my guest house. He practices Islam. He's a Muslim. And he went and visited a young lady down in General Santos. And he said, you know, he talked to the parents and everything, and they talked about the dowry and everything, but the young lady turned out to be too young. And he started talking about Elliot Eastman. He said, Calvin, you know, I'm pretty sure what happened to him is those guys got jealous, you know, in that era where he was. He said, the Muslim ladies are reserved for Muslim guys. You know, and they said maybe, you know, they took offense to him coming in there, taking one of their own. And the more I look at it, you know, it's not like it's an old guy. This guy was young. He's fairly attractive, you know. And I just think he was a victim of a crime of passion. And people say, well, there's no reason to kill somebody. Well, you're not in America, guys. You don't know what jealousy. Jealousy is a form of insanity. He said, taking insults from my Filipina, not walking beside me or hold my arm, hence I follow her like a lost puppy. Should I leave? Should I walk away? That's up to you, man. I mean, if you want to be mistreated, what's up, Sperling? How about you up the other day? Because you had moved into the province, but I said, hell, he lived in the city for 2 years before he decided to move to the province and build a house. He said, Cal, is whey protein any good? Well, Merlin takes it. I don't take it. Is it good, Merlin? Whey protein? She said, yeah. She takes it. What's up, Michael Alexander? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, this is what I believe, Jacob. But you know, I'm not gonna make a video on it. It's gonna be enough videos and everything. I'm just talking about it now because I feel a certain way about it, man. I really feel bad for him. I really have sympathy and sorrow, man, that they killed that man basically for nothing and then threw him in the ocean like a piece of garbage. You know, man ain't done nothing, man, to nobody for real. There's people over here doing worse who get away with it, you know. I'm just saying, guys. He said, I've already talked to my girlfriend about her getting a phone. And it's just something that, you know, I've never considered it, Jabraz, simply because there's a high risk of you being shot with the gun or somebody in that house where the gun is being held will get shot with the gun. It just increases the risk. That's why I won't do it. If I thought I needed a gun, man, I'd be gone somewhere. But that is something, that's a decision you got to make. He says, it's way too diverse to know who is a good person. You need to know a family there to look out for you. Yeah, that is true. That's what I just said. It's good to have your girlfriend that got your back. And you know, when you're in trouble, they know it, but I don't know. We know less about his situation, okay, than what we actually know. There's very little that we know about this case other than he was kidnapped on a certain night, shot, and now they're saying he died. All everything else is speculation. But now that they're presuming that he's dead, I really feel a certain way about that, man. It's like the dude didn't deserve that. We don't come over here for that, man. You know. Yeah, he said there's too many sweet ones down here to be living like that. What's up, T. Williams? Yeah, so I'm not gonna really speculate. I'll just say my 2 cents and let it go. Um, but it's a sad day, man, for foreigners, guys. What's up, Sam? I know you came when you were in China, you were in Japan, now you're in Hong Kong. He said, winning here in Hong Kong, taking a rest, watching fam here. Hey, Wilson Tucker, he said, thank you for what you do, Sunshine Shoulders. You're known all around the world. Sharing is caring, man. Thank you, man. It's humbling to me. When I made my video, it went over people's heads. The video was about coming to the Philippines without a plane. But the fact that it's the Philippines and a lot of things have lined up for me, it's made me look like a genius. Okay, it wasn't about some guys. Oh, you need to be humble and some. You need to thank Maryland and all that. I'm like, dude, it wasn't about that. It wasn't. I'm saying that I did everything wrong, really. But by me being here in the Philippines, where there's a lot of advantages here, it makes you look like you made a good plan, but you really don't. I had no plan. That's what I was talking about. But the fact that I ended up here and the stars lined up for me, you would have thought I had a master plan before I came here. No, I just knew I wanted to get out of there, and I saved up enough money for the plane tickets, and I knew I had some renewal income coming in. I had a few thousand. I always say 17, but it really wasn't 17. I had about 3,000 in cash, and then I had some commissions coming from the AEP, which was going to be about 14,000. They hadn't even hit the bank yet. They wasn't going to hit the bank to January of 2019. I wasn't in the best of health. Like I said, I only had really that 3,000. Okay, I had no retirement plan. I had some debt, man. I did everything wrong. I wouldn't suggest anybody do that, but hell, if you made up your mind, then do it. If not now, then when? You're not gonna live to be 1,000 years old. Keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off till it's gonna be too late. I'm saying, when I look back now at the condition I was in when I got here, December the 5th, 2018, to where I am now, my life resembles that life very little. Okay. Blizzard Bra says at JGBK, you have to compare the benefits between whey protein and whey protein isolate and choose which suits you better. Yeah, there's a difference. I don't take this stuff because it'll make me blow up. I really don't want to be real big. I just want to be lean, really. He said 6-star protein, just a suggestion. It works for me. Because y'all don't know, Harry Shoulders be in the gym. He sends me videos all the time. Y'all didn't know Harry Shoulders is 60. What are you, Harry? 69? Hey, what's up, Greg? Yeah, man, everything's going good. I got back from Dumageddon, man. I came back early because I didn't want, when you catch the bus later, more likely it's not going to be airtime. And then as you get closer to St. Carlos City, the bus gets more crowded. People are getting off work, out of school. And I told you I didn't want to deal with that bad situation again. He said, people might judge you for being overseas and not needing to work, yet they wish they didn't have to work and they look forward to their 2-week vacation in the Caribbean. Go figure. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I used to say that I didn't know why the armchair bros and the barbershop bros were jealous of us, but I do know because, man, we're living a life over here that people only dream about living. I'm going to just be honest. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying there's thousands and thousands of men and women who live over this way, man. They're living their best lives. And people hate that, you know, because right now the temperature in my hometown is hovering around freezing. Okay. You got to go out there and warm your car up for 15 or 20 minutes, go to the job, you know, and punch the clock, and you don't want to be there. And then you cut on YouTube and you see some guy like the same age as you are. He doesn't have to work. The weather is perfect every damn day. And then they got to go home to Big Shirley. They got nobody at all. And then you got a Slim Goody over here with you. He says, I feel kind of sad knowing he was killed like that. Makes you wonder what was going through his mind when they came at him. Be aware of your surroundings, people. Yeah, I felt the same way, Thomas. Exactly how I felt. That's why he fought. And hopefully that's what you would do. That's all he had to do was fight and resist. We thought they shot him in the leg, but hell, they said they shot him in the leg and the abdomen. And I'm like, what did this man do to deserve all that? And then to throw him overboard like that is what gets me, man. Instead of just bringing the man back, putting his body on the shore and saying, hey, you know, and then go home, you know, you're going to throw the man overboard. His family may never find him now. I hope you're happy, man. I hope you're happy with that. And it's not going to change anything now. What's up, Mark Mack? He said, Brother Cal, always good watching you live. Shout out to the Sunshine Shoulders family. Let's keep living because the clock is ticking. Thank you. It's my buddy from Vegas, man. He came here. I met him and his wife and their family. Well, they got family here, but I met him and his wife. They came over here. He put us up in the Bayous, right? Is that the name of the hotel? It's nice. But I said this the other day, Mark. We're all a ticking time bomb, but we don't believe it. We don't believe that our days are numbered. We just don't know when. But we act like we're gonna live to be 1,000. You keep putting it off. You get that 2 weeks, like Angelo Habib said. I took 3 weeks off in 2015, and my supervisor, my manager rather, they like to have a fit. I'm like, fool, are you crazy? I got it. I'm taking it. He said they have plant-based protein. I eat a lot of chicken over here. I eat a lot of chicken breast because it's fairly cheap. It's like about 300 pesos for a kilo. And you can get the boneless too. It's just a little bit more. He said all these protein supplements are high in sugar and will mess with your insulin. This is why it makes you big. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, living a dream. This is why a lot of guys they're upset with you for really no reason at all. They don't know you. Instead of saying, hey, man, what you do? How can I get over there like that? They get mad at you. Yeah, the Slim Goody. You know I'm telling the truth. They got to go home to Big Shirley or just an empty house, and they see you over here living good. You know, the movie that went to sleep. She gets up so early. She got out of school. I got invited to a birthday party. She ain't gonna make it. Look at her over there. Sleep. I'm gonna have to take a picture because the guy invited us. He said, man, he really want to see us there. Because Booby went to his birthday party last year, but he had an extravagant party last year with the magician and everything. But this one's gonna be at his school, but she ain't gonna make it, man. What's up, Tim? He said he got a busy night at work. I'll be in and out of the live stream. Yeah, Harry Shoulders be working out, man. Y'all don't believe it. I mean, he be lifting some big weights, guys. He said, I suppose he would have survived if he wasn't shot. I think he panicked, man. I think, he probably sensed something. And, I'm not even going to, I'm just saying they handled it the wrong way, man. But the media, I guess they trying to protect tourism or whatever it is. They knew a long time ago that he probably was dead because they had the suspects. He said, at the very least, I would hope that his attackers feel some sense of remorse at this point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take the man's body and put it on land where it can be found. I mean, because I tell y'all all the time, man, the police over here, they eventually gonna find it, man. They're not like in Louisville, Kentucky, where 65% of the murders go unsolved. Over here, people will tell on you if they see something. I'm telling you now, it could be the security guard in the lobby at your condo. If you bring another woman in there that he's not used to seeing, he's gonna tell. So if they see you commit a crime, they're gonna tell the police. There's a sense of community over here. But where I come from, we don't tell nothing. We got serial killers walking around in our neighborhoods and stuff. Because people are it's none of my business, I don't want to get involved in all that. He said, any of your members have an Airbnb in Tokyo, Japan, Oceanside? I don't know. We blue collar guys. Yeah, I think this is what he was saying. I think he said something, Michael Beach Alive. And that's what I said. I made a video today for my members only. I haven't uploaded yet. That's what I said. I said, you might as well kill me now, and you're not going to torture me and all that. You're going to kill me anyway. Just kill me now. Okay, the German and his wife, the German who eventually got his head cut off by the Abu Sayyaf, they were off the coast of Palawan on their ship. They had like a yacht, and the wife fought them and they killed her. She's like, you're not taking me. And maybe that's what he was thinking. I don't know. He said, I heard one of your biggest haters is off YouTube, Mike in the Philippines. Well, I don't wish bad luck on anybody, but I was telling somebody this the other day. We was talking about this. It wasn't about Mike or anybody, but it was about YouTubers, like that. A lot of the people who were trolling me and giving me a hard time, they're no longer on YouTube anymore. And the ones who still want to keep on, they don't have any traction. Nobody likes to watch this stuff, man. I don't wish I don't wish anybody any bad luck at all. I don't know why he was hating on me anyway. He was like one of my biggest fans at one time. I don't get it. I never did anything to him or anybody else. I'm living my best life over here. So you got to ask those guys. There's still a few people out there in his little circle that make videos about me. You know, they're weak though. We're grown men. It's time to grow up. You know, but remember I told you the internet, it gives these guys that sense of protection and safety. Like they can hide and throw rocks at you from 8,000 miles away, knowing good and well that, you know, that if somebody walked up on them, they'd be scared to death. You know, it's like, I don't get it. But yeah, you know, I respect everybody's opinion, but I just don't, I don't troll. I don't do that. And I don't see any reason for it. I'm not sure, you know. Um, I don't think it was the jihad though. And remember, jihad doesn't mean terrorists, guys. That's what the West has put on there. Look up the definition of jihad. You'll see what it really means. The Western media has weaponized that term. It doesn't mean that. It means like, if I'm not mistaken, it means like a mission or something, right? Because you know Buddhists they talk about the jihad, but it doesn't mean what. It's not a negative term, guys. He said, "Yeah, you better live life to the fullest. Nothing is ever promised." This is a message that everybody should heed, but we won't do it. It's something about the human mind that we take everything for granted. We see it over and over and over. We take it for granted. So you just take for granted that you're going to go to bed tonight and wake up until you don't wake up. And then we put it off. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next year. He says, when outgunned, outmanned, surrender, de-escalate to stay alive. But I think he knew something, man. You know, and it's easy to say, Al, you know, you're 8,000 miles away. Okay. It's easy to say. You armchair quarterbacks and stuff. I got all the answers. That man knew something. That's why he fought. He didn't want to leave with them. I mean, what was gonna? He was in a no-win situation. They come at your house. And you know how dark it is at 11 o'clock at night in here in San Carlos. Imagine if you live right by the damn ocean. There ain't no lights or nothing over there. And these men show up. You scared to death? Shit. Yeah. I think he knew. He said, Jamie, I said, what's up, man? I'm coming through for 2 weeks and want to find a thick cake, bottle shaped Filipino. Where should I go to booze? Well, you can't lose any of those places. Depending on what you want. If you want to go to the beach, where you're going to see them in the bikini, go to Baraka. But more likely, you're going to find the woman online. That's where you're going to find her. If you come over here for 2 weeks, good luck. Trying to meet a woman on the street. Yeah, but sucralose, anything that ends in OSE is sugar, Harry. It's so pitiful that a lot of these, uh, that's what messed me up. So I'm getting ready to go back on my no sugar diet, but this time it's going to be no sugar at all, not even fruit for 30 days because they lie. Okay, they're able to advertise and say sugar free when it's not sugar free. I know sugar added and all that stuff. But that sugar is a bad boy. Okay? It's a bad boy, man. I relapsed a couple of times, but I don't stop, man. It's just like when I was trying to quit getting high and stuff. Eventually, because now it's in my mind, I know it's not good for me. I know it's killing me. And I eventually get it right. I'm not gonna stop. He said, yeah, they telling. Yeah, they telling over here. And ain't no shame in their game, man. We could solve a lot of problems in my neighborhood if people start telling. They will see you, man. I'm telling you, it's happened to me so many times over here. I told y'all. If they're gonna tell on you, if they see you at a resort, if you go to Boracay with one woman, you stay at a hotel, you better stay at another hotel, because if you take another woman to that hotel, the people are gonna tell on you. Yeah. He said, yeah, all the negativity from his fellow countrymen, blaming that man for his own death. Nobody deserves that. Yeah. I mean, but people, you can't choose your audience. I'm really blown away by some of the shit that's out there about this young man. I got a daughter his age. Man, if you watch his videos, trust me, we're only watching them because of what happened to him. Before what happened to him, nobody even heard of Elliot Eastman. You think those guys are watching his videos, man? They're not. They're not watching his videos, hearing him say that stuff and all that crap that they're trying to say. And it's all speculation anyway. But if he is dead and they shot him in the leg and in the stomach and threw him overboard like that, I feel some kind of way about that, man. You know, he's a young man. He ain't mean nobody no harm over here. He said, that's true. These people would damn you out in a heartbeat, which is good sometimes. Yeah, that's why they trust me. If something were to happen in San Carlos City, okay, one of Maryland's friends got killed. When did that girl get killed? Was that last year, Maryland? Your friend got killed. Hell, they knew who did it, man, within an hour or two. The police knew who did it. I mean, she was out there in the streets and stuff, but they knew who did it. People gonna tell, man. That's right. You know, I told Cos that I said the universe is always watching. Okay, he was renting a condo in Manila, Metro Manila, and when Sam to move out, of course he cleaned it up. Him and his girlfriend cleaned it up real good, and they were waiting on his damn uh his deposit. Well, he never got the deposit back. The lady didn't give him his deposit back. Come up one excuse after the other. Something's wrong, this and that. Well, guess what? The condo is still unrented, and she's dropped the price by 1,000 a month. See, what's up, Anthony Williams? He said, "Hey, Cal, just checking in, man. Happy holidays to you and yours. Have you got them haters off your back?" Well, I ignore them, so I really don't know unless somebody sends me something. I really don't know. They don't. They're not on my back. I mean, what? I mean, that's like some homosexual activity to me, to sit around and worry about another grown man and what he's doing and make videos about him all the time. I mean, what, they got a secret crush or something on me? But yeah, thank you, man. We're gonna spend a holiday in Bahal. I don't have haters, man. You have to ask them. He said, I want Mike's to come back. I didn't get a chance to respond. Oh, he made a video about you. Well, honestly, I think his channel had a place because he was really starting to change. He was really starting to get some debates and stuff going on. Uh, I don't stop anybody, but hate speech is not free speech. Okay, but I don't wish bad luck on anybody. Why would I do that? The pie is big enough. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they overstep their boundaries. They don't respect your boundaries. They'll make a video about you. They don't even know you. They don't know what you're capable of. They just know that they're 8,000 miles away or wherever they are, hiding in the shadows somewhere. and they can throw all these accusations and all that against you, knowing that, there's a saying, don't let your mouth write a check your behind can't cash. Because a lot of these guys, man, they see me over here. They come over here on vacation. I'm here. Well, if you got a problem, sit down like me and talk about it and get on with our lives. We're not going to live forever. I'm not going to waste 1 second of my time worrying about you. Happy people don't troll. Yeah, it's weak, though. You're not going to gain it. Tell me one big troll channel. I'll wait, Al. Tell me one popular troll channel. Don't say Sick Grandpa because he's not. He got 1,000 subscribers or something like that. People don't want to hear that stuff, man. We ain't got time for that. What's up, darling, man? There's not one big, troll channel. They're disappearing. What happened to Raw Facts and all those guys? Where are they? They'll get tired of that stuff because, it's hard to come up with new, fresh content. Yeah. Here's what it is. Yeah, the spiritual struggle within oneself. Yeah, it doesn't mean the Western media has weaponized that, and because we just follow what they say and we don't ever research anything on our own. When they call people jihadists, they think it's the same as terrorists. It's not. He says, I generally feel safe here in Argyle, Cal. I never let my guard down, though. Maybe I'll get that from being in the military. Well, I feel safe here because Filipinos are good people, man. I mean, if you don't give them any reason, I mean, they just aren't going to bother you. That's been my experience. I can only speak for my experience, man. I've never had not one, you know, ounce of trouble over here on and off for 15 years. Have I been insulted? I felt insulted before. Yeah, but that's just human nature and humans being humans. But I've lived around the locals my whole entire time over here. People know where I live. They just haven't found it necessary to bother me or anybody in my family. I lived in Zamboanga, man. It's worse than where that man was living. I was right in the belly of the beast. I couldn't go anywhere without the bad guys being in close proximity. The only thing that saved me, I was in the city. But those bombs don't have any eyes. I could have easily been in one of those cafes or hotels or something and been, an innocent bystander. But they generally are good people. Otherwise, man, you'd have all kinds of stories like that. A whole lot more. Remember, there's 8 million people coming to the Philippines on a yearly basis. He said, Coke bottle online. Now I'm more likely to get a Coke can. No, I'm saying my point is, well, whoever he's meeting, he's probably going to meet online. Hell, I know when you met your girl, she had a Coke bottle. TJ, you met online. It's possible now. Yeah, that sugar, man, is something. It's a bad boy. It really is a drug. No, he said, I thought you were talking about. Now, we was talking about that. I was talking about that with Maryland. I used to have a contract with United Healthcare. And see, we were talking about this on my last live stream, TJ, when the guy says, oh, if you don't live, because I said, man, it's violent over there in America. And he said, oh, only if you live in a bad neighborhood. I said, it's all bad. Where this man was staying, this man was in a probably, what part of New York was he in? Imagine he's the CEO of United Healthcare. They're going to have their investors conference. They don't hold that in the hood. And it was like looked like a targeted shooting. The man knew what he was doing, had a silencer and everything. He was not in the bad neighborhood, man. No, no, not him. But honestly, I do feel for him. Uh he's like the messenger, really, because he's not the first CEO that those guys have. That's our problem. That's capitalism. You know, you either love it or hate it. I guess when it works for you, you love it. But this is a fact, man. I'm struggling with it, man. Like I struggle with my alcoholism and drug addiction, but I'm not gonna quit until it's gone because I know now there's no excuse. It's already in my subconscious mind. Okay, but I haven't had any cakes, cookies, candy. I haven't went back on that. But I had a big stack of blueberry pancakes um in Dumageddon, you know. But I haven't all the way gone back. But it's tough, man. It's not an easy thing to do, and anybody that's ever done it, I haven't met anybody who's actually really put sugar down for good. Yeah, this is a good point. But yeah, let's get to the topic. How important is personal hygiene in relationship? From 1 to 10, put it in the comments because that's gonna be relevant. Okay, 1 to 10, because then I'm gonna say if it's so important to you, then why is it when you're on the dating sites and they ask you what you're looking for, you don't put that in what you expect out of a woman? You only put something like loyal, what, simple, you know the stuff, family oriented. You never put that I expect a woman with good personal hygiene. Don't lie, you don't do it. And then if you're on Tinder, you're swiping right or left. But if it's so important, why don't we put that out there? Why would you, if it's so important, would you take the chance on coming all the way over here and then the woman's got funky breath? Huh? Her underarms are kicking. Okay, or she doesn't use feminine wash. Excuse me. Because I don't know if you could pick um, one thing, what would it be that you had to tolerate? Would it be a funky behind? Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. It happened to me before, and that eagle wasn't flying. I mean, I'm all ready, man. I come out of the bathroom, I'm ready, and I raised her legs up, man, and it hit me, man. I mean, I was done. I couldn't even fake it, man. Okay, I mean, it was bad. I had never smelled it before or since. I don't know what was wrong with this woman because I had dealt with her before. It wasn't the first time. I had to been 32 or something like that. It's terrible, man. So he said, brush your teeth, use mouthwash if necessary. But we don't mention it on in our profile what we expect from a woman. Hey, Ronell, Cigars, he said, I just started watching your videos today and I'm addicted to them. Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother, for your support. He said, Mike had a massive loser's aura before any of this shit popped up. Yeah, see, those type of channels, man, they just don't last, man, for some reason. I don't know why. When he started attacking people, I was like, wow, why would you do that when if you want to succeed on YouTube, man, you actually got to go the opposite way. But I just don't know. He says it's those tragic pure PH streamers like him and filling in the extremely limited area in which I feel in control within the Philippines. They used to flood my what your stream. Well, I just don't even I just don't watch them. I would rather just keep scrolling because it's really nothing that they're gonna say that's gonna affect me anyway. You know, it's just when people start coming after your family and they really try to get too personal without knowing you like that. See, that's what I'm saying. The guys who are hiding behind the computers. You know you wouldn't do that in somebody's face. You just wouldn't do it. Why would you do it? You don't know them. These guys are just too tough for me. And when you too tough like that, that means you're not tough. Okay. He said O'Shea's the only troll I like. Oh, y'all consider him a troll? I see a lot of his content, and he confronts people about different things, but I don't really watch a lot of his stuff because I like people like you, Blizzard Abroad, and other people who come up with organic content. I don't like people who create their content off the backs of other people. He's a big vlogger. Obviously, he's successful at what he does, but that's why I don't watch stuff like that. I would rather you come up with a because he's reacted to a couple of my videos. Yeah, he got paid more for them than I did. Hey, everyone, thank you. Yeah, and he kind of does it with like a celebrity flair, like with it. He's got a talent for like telling stories and everything. I wouldn't really look at him as a troll. I look at him more of like a reaction, one of those reaction guys. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. FYI Fitness. He says, a Muslim, a jihad is a spiritual warfare with the self first. That's what I'm saying. But the you can't believe anything in that mainstream media anymore. I mean, it's not even news anymore. It's like opinion, and you can't believe it. It's crazy, man. It's so one sided. He said, I'm moving to Minden now. I didn't have a problem. I was down there on and off for 10 years. Okay. I was down there the last time when right before my son left to go back to the United States. I mean, it's not like I was in Swaziland, a Holo Salud, the capital of all that foolishness, or Marawi or something. There's specific places that you really want to um, avoid. But General Santos and Davao and Zamboanga City and Cagayan Oro, Butuan, all those places, Surigao and Surigao City and all that, man, Depola and all that, you really ain't gonna have no problems, man. Remember, Mindanao is vast. I mean, it's the second largest island in the Philippines, second only to Luzon. He said, you're the Muhammad Ali of chatting. Oh man, Muhammad Ali. I went to the same school with Muhammad Ali, and I met Muhammad Ali as a junior in high school. John Y. Brown Jr., who was a businessman who was running for governor at the time. His son, John Y. Brown III, me and him were real good friends. We were in English class together, juniors and seniors. And when his father was running for governor, he brought Muhammad Ali back to Central High School. And I was able to meet him, just shake his hand. You know, it was a big crowd. We're right there in the front. But John Y. Brown Jr., he's the one that bought KFC, well, Kentucky Fried Chicken from the Harlan Sanders and his family, and turned it into KFC and turned it into this international brand. It was just a local brand before, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I remember that. I mean, it's changed. It's nothing like it used to be. It was really, really, really good. There was no crispy. There was no spicy. There was none of that foolishness. There was no French fries and tater tots and all the bullshit. You had Kentucky Fried Chicken, the original recipe. You had real mashed potatoes with that gravy and the coleslaw. I don't even know if they had macaroni and cheese. But I remember I never saw Kentucky Fried Chicken outside of Kentucky. But once John Y. Brown bought it, now these people are filthy rich. They're still filthy rich now. Okay, his son became the Secretary of State in Kentucky. But anyway, they owned the Kentucky Colonels at the time. And I knew him when they had the chance to take the Kentucky Colonels of the ABA to the NBA. They said, no, it's too much money, right? They had a chance to take it to the NBA. They didn't do it. So I used to go to watch them play the Virginia Squires, the New York Nets or the New Jersey Nets? I can't remember. But Denver and all those teams used to be in the ABA. Yeah, this is where he got killed in a very nice area, Jacob. But the guy who was on here, remember, he says, no, if you don't live in a bad area, and I'll be damned 2 days later, well, really, the same damn day that I had my live stream, the man gets shot in Upper Manhattan. Man, do you know them CEOs of them healthcare companies, man, they're getting the bag, man. I'm talking about they're earning 10, 20, 40 million a year. This guy was 50 years old. He done pissed somebody off. He said, Calvin, where exactly where you in? I was in Zamboanga City. Okay. I lived in the city. Then I lived in a little barangay called, it was either Tetuan or Tamaga. But trust me, okay, I was surrounded by bad guys. You couldn't even say Abu Sayyaf there because you don't know they could be standing next to you in the grocery store. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. If they wanted me, there I was. If they would have wanted Elliot Eastman, he was there too long. It had to be something else, guys. He was there for a year and a half on and off. I think this time over 5 months in a row. If they wanted him, man, what took them so long? Why didn't they get him the first couple of days he was there? Because it had nothing to do with the bad guys like that. Them, just from seeing that, this man it had something to do with that ex, man. I guarantee you when it comes down to it. Thank you, Jacob. He said the CEO doesn't deny claims nor coverage. Okay, but this is what they're gonna say. They're gonna say that's why he was killed. Because he's the messenger, really. I worked in healthcare like that, man, for 16 years. I went to the conferences and stuff like that. I met when I was with WellCare, when I was one of the top salesmen in the country in WellCare. I met the CEO. These guys, they're young. You look at them, you be like, I was older than the CEO for WellCare, and I was in my 40s when I worked for them. I mean, my mid to late 40s. And they're just, that's just who they are. They'll go from one company to the other. This guy happened to work his way through the ranks. He started in United Healthcare years ago. Yeah, that's right. Drew, that's what I'm saying. That was my point. But let's get back to this, okay? how important is personal hygiene. Now, this works both ways. Okay, because guys over here, yeah, it's 18 to 80 blind cripple crazy. But women really won't tolerate funk over here. Not the type of funk we're bringing over here. But you think because you got money, that's going to absolve you from a whole lot of stuff. Now, that's one of the reasons why women run off. Eventually, they get like, I'm tired of laying up under this funky ass food. You know, wipe your ass, take a bath, quit smoking, quit drinking all the damn time, brush your teeth. Okay, put some deodorant on, some type of yeah. See, he said 15, 10, 10. But go to look on your dating profile. And be honest. You didn't put that in there what you were looking for because they'll be like, well, what are you looking for? You're gonna put everything but that because you take for granted that the woman that you're gonna be with is gonna have good personal hygiene. But some of the stuff you run into over here, it's bad breath, and that's because Filipinos eat a lot of these women we deal with. They eat a lot of fermented foods, a lot of vinegar, garlic, onion. What else I wrote down here? Tooth decay, balloon. Okay, so you would know right away if the woman's got good personal hygiene. See, when I met Merlin, she always had Listerine already because I'm a big Listerine man. So we're big Listerine around here. That's why I like her. See, it goes a lot. It goes a little bit further than just their looks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, you're gonna get a nice, attractive woman over here. But does she have good personal hygiene? Because a lot of times, when they wash clothes by hand and hang it up, it still has that little mildew smell to it. Are you going to tell her? Are you just going to deal with it? Okay, because a lot of us remember we don't want to hurt their feelings, and they don't want to hurt our feelings. Yeah, see all the tens, but they don't put that in their profile. But it works both ways. That's why I put on there yesterday. Put it in here. What's the best way to tell somebody that they got thinking breath? Don't tell them. Just deal with it because some people, I'm gonna tell you, they talk to you and their breath is so funky, man, that they literally stop you from breathing. You stop breathing while they're talking. Because you're afraid that you don't want to sniff. You don't want to inhale not another whiff of whatever it is they done been eating or whatever it is going on in their mouth. He said, I think it's important, but you have to make some exceptions. When she's working all day, does a little sweat. No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about, okay, you're going to grade her when she gets off from work. I'm saying when she meets you at that airport, then you get back to the hotel. And then she just takes off her clothes and wants to get into bed. You be like, no, look, let's take a shower. Or you may want to just take off your clothes and get into bed. And she says, no, let's take a shower first. Or she gets up in the morning, don't brush her teeth, puts the same underwear on, okay? Maybe even the same clothes. What are you going to tell her? Are you going to tell her? Do you have balls enough to tell your woman, look, your pussy stinks. Go in there and take a bath. I don't think you do. We don't want to hurt their feelings. We're afraid of losing them. Yeah, yeah. He said, maybe you assume they have good. That's right. It's something I never thought about on the dating sites, but it's a given. Yeah, you better start thinking about it. When you coming all the way over here, imagine coming all the way over here to see the woman, and then she opens up her legs and, it's got that, I just came off my period smell. Okay. Or the underwear still got a spot or two of blood in it that, you know, you pull the underwear down. See, that's personal hygiene. And, you know, the underwear sticking in, but, you know, you feel, you pull them off and they stick right there for just a second. You better stop taking this stuff for granted. But women, they deserved, uh, he said, I think I missed something while we typing numbers. I said, from a scale of 1 to 10, how important is personal hygiene to you in a relationship, TJ? We take it for granted because you don't put it on, it's not on Tinder. You don't put in there, I'm looking for a woman. I expect a woman with great personal hygiene. You don't put that in there. I'm sorry, but you don't. What's up, Freddie Sanders? He said, keep up the good work, my brother. The truth is golden. Did you get your situation? Did you get all the information you needed, man? I hope you did. He said, a woman that's not clean, there's no way, guys, I can't do it. And I think they feel the same way, see? We think that they'll accept anything over here, but I guarantee you that they won't. See, the one thing, if you're not smelling up to her expectation, they're good at this. Here's what they'll do. They'll say, hey, let's take a shower together. They're good at that. That's how they'll tell you that you're not, that your personal hygiene ain't all that. He says she needs to shower upon entering the house, even if she says she just showered. Also asked if they shaved prior to going back to the hotel. I'm here now in Angeles. Thank you for your content, Cal. Hey, you're welcome. I'm just saying we don't put this, Mike, on there. This is a discussion. You have to come to some type of conclusion the first day really you meet her, no more than the second day. You're gonna pick up on whether or not this woman has good personal hygiene. And then she's gonna know whether or not you got personal hygiene. You know, I remember when I was married to my American wife and her brother, may he rest in peace, he was schizophrenic, man. And I mean, he would stay all night, and something we let him stay in the kids' room, and he would take his socks off, man, and his feet would light up the whole house. I mean, to the point where I couldn't stay there. Either he got to put his socks back on, get in that damn shower, or get out of here. That's how bad it is. Because I got down here with, okay, if she's gonna be bad in one of these categories, which one is it? Her booty, meaning her genitals, her feet, underarms, breath, what? But you guys take it for granted, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come over here and the woman's gonna be all this and all that. A lot of women that you're gonna meet over here, they don't have a shower. Okay, they're using the dipper. How you gonna wipe your behind with that dipper? I still haven't figured that one out yet. Drew says a guy I work with just returned from the PI. He met his future wife, and he said she had bad breath and was a 19-year-old that wore dentures. I saw her picture and she was beautiful, but the hygiene was off. And see, that's all we're looking at. It's the look. But at some point, you're going to be confronted with that. I've been fortunate, man, but I know it's over here, though. That, I never had to have that discussion over here. He said, Cal, as the owner of a very popular forum back in the day, you're so right. Just ignore the other channels and do your own thing. Yeah, I'm getting better at it, a whole lot better at it, man, because when you first get on YouTube, you don't expect this kind of stuff. It just hits you out of the clear blue sky, and he's like, well, dang, these guys don't even know me. What are they doing? I promise you, I never expected it. When I started my YouTube channel, I never even knew this stuff was out here. That's how naive I was. But yeah, I just ignore them, because they try you when you first get traction. And they'll see if they can get under your skin and ruffle you, because they took me through the ringer, man, and I survived it. So nothing else can really bother me now. If guys want to do that, I look at it as a compliment now. You're just gonna send other people to my channel, and nobody's watching you anyway. Well, you get 300 views or something like that. Like attracts like. So it's going to be that same group of people that's going to be talking about you. Who cares? He said, just like a dirty living quarters. Yeah. Cleanliness is godliness. That's another thing. How does she keep? Okay, now you done moved her in. Does she is she got bloody Kotex in the garbage? I don't deal with that. Okay. That's one thing my American wife, would piss me off. Like, why can't you wrap that up and just throw it in the garbage somewhere? Why do I gotta look at that? I don't like that. How does she keep her house? He said, what happened to regular guy? Well, one thing about the regular guy, the type of vlogs he was doing, he was telling stories, but he was doing a lot of traveling, man. If you come over here, because a lot of guys like watching him, he blew up because they like that kind of vlogging, but it wears you out, man. Imagine he's traveling all around the Philippines on that scooter. At some point, man, it catches up with you. You could probably do it for a year or something, you know. And they went after him. It's just that he, he couldn't ignore him. The guy's got a great channel. Okay, we need channels like his. We need all the channels really we can get. We need more perspectives over here. But of course, they get jealous of you when you start getting big like that. But that's just, that's the price of having a successful channel. There's going to be more people that like you and more people that that dislike you. That's really like the price of fame, really. It just increases the amount of people that aren't going to like you. That's all. He said, in my 20s, I told her to hop in the shower first. But it's usually um, a good way to do it. And then, I'll wash your body, you wash mine. That's straight from Teddy Pendergrass. That sort of thing. So now you know. And then you take her to the store with you. This is the first, after the morning, you wake up, you go to the mall, y'all go grocery shopping, and you go shopping for her, because you're going to see when she meets you, she's going to have a little bag of basically everything she owns. So then you buy the stuff that you wanted to have. The feminine wash, the soap, the lotion, the deodorant, and all that, the mouthwash and all of that. I demand that. I demand that my woman has good personal hygiene if she doesn't have it already. I'm just not going to, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to tolerate it. What's up, Anthony from Florida? Yeah, the armchair bandits. I call them armchair bros, and that's not my original term. Some guy said that, and I got a laugh out of it. And barbershop bros. Yeah, he said, yeah, that's the worst smell that happened to me in Hong Kong with a OFW. Yeah, man, that is the worst smell. He said, I had to teach uh, one of my exes how to douche. We were young. Her mom never showed her. Yeah. Now that's rare because women have that support. When they first come on their period, they get surrounded. And women show them, hey, what's going on and how to put the tampon or the pad on. But men, we have that first wet dream, and nobody, it never sees the light of day. We stuck that down in there. Yeah, I can't stand the mainstream media now. I can't watch it. You know that line. They're either on one side or the other. Nobody's telling the truth. And then the only time you see real journalism now is on YouTube. When you see guys like Mehdi Hassan and low key that uh, he was a rapper, man, these guys, man, they really are investigative journalists, man. Glenn Greenwald and all those guys, all that Fox and CNN and all that, man, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. You're not gonna get anywhere. He said that smell was so bad, I filed a VA claim for PSD. I've only smelled it like that one time. I mean, it was so bad. That eagle wasn't flying, man. I mean, really, I just laid down and I cuddled him from the back, man. That was it for me. Yeah, it's bad. There's nothing worse than that. He said, we're not used to being in this hot weather all day, so we tend to sweat more, which means we need to shower more. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was only original recipe only. It's changed. It's nothing like I tell you right now. Over here in the Philippines, I would take Jolly Bee's spicy chicken over anything they got in KFC. KFC, the chicken doesn't have a taste to it. Man, you know that original recipe was so delicious. The skin, but the seasonings and everything soaked into the meat. I'm old enough to remember, man, the original recipe and Colonel Sanders when he was still alive. It was a cow when I had a girlfriend in Zamboanga, Del Sur. He says, her father warned me not to go to her town by the sea for fear of the local mafia kidnapping me to sell that Busa Yap and putting her family in danger. How long ago was that? And then where were you? Because there is some danger zones down south there, along that South Sulu Sea and stuff like that. But if you look at the main kidnapping areas, it's along that South Sulu Sea. Most of them they get from Palawan, which is on the South Sulu Sea, guys. You better do your research. But the government here has really worked at eradicating. Man, when Obama was the president, man, Obama had them drones over here. I mean, they were picking them up left and right. I mean, but just to label the whole Mindanao as bad, the United States says certain areas are four. Don't go at all. And then some are three. Reconsider. If you ask the woman, she's not going to really know. If I ask Marilyn, I took Marilyn to Mindanao the first time she ever went. We went to Cagayan de Oro. But I don't think you're going to have any problems. Now, then we end up going to Davao. We went to General Santos. She'd never been to Mindanao her whole life, man. Mindanao is a whole different world, but they know more than I do. Yeah, the ABA. He said athletes are starting to give out personal hygiene products to students now. Getting into good hygiene habits starts at a young age. Well, they've got a program over here that's giving women free feminine products because, see, y'all don't understand the struggle in a lot of places over here. Well, the women they don't have the products. They don't have access to them. He said BBC News appears to give real news. No. Let them start talking about Israel and Palestine. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's bullshit, man. BBC ain't doing nothing. Al Jazeera is pretty good, but these Western media, they're bought and sold, man. That APAC and man, some powerful lobbyists, man. You better not get on TV. And you got to realize a lot of these uh, news stations and stuff like that, they're owned by certain people. Okay, that's why I can't look at Piers Morgan. I don't care who he has on that show. I can't deal with him because, man, you've been on the news long enough, man, to know better. He acts like when his guests come on there and tell him stuff like it's the first time he ever heard of it. You know good and well Rupert Murdoch is your boss. And certain shit you better say and you cannot say. Even if you do agree with it, you better not say you agree with it. Hey, what's up, man? He's some van in Thailand. Good to catch you live. Hope to get over there and meet you one day soon for coffee or something, man. Come on. I was telling a guy, he said him and his wife needs to get out and travel. I said, have you taken her to Thailand yet? He said, I went there by myself. She would love it. I'm going to take Maryland. I think we're going to do I'm going to try to do 30 days when I get my passport back. But we're going to Vietnam first to visit TJ and his girlfriend. And then we'll just shoot on over to Thailand because it's not that far. Then come on back. He said, regular guy got burnt out. I believe he did, man. A lot of guys like that type of vlogging, but some guy said he wants to live like that. I said, man, good luck, man. There's no way you would be able to live like that. Even that guy, Chad Foster, he quit doing that. He's settling down in an area. Man, that's hard to do, man. You know, I took my hat to regular guy because I'm going to tell you something. Just coming from Dumagetti to St. Carlos City will kick my behind. So imagine you doing that on a scooter. Okay, you get in there, you get kicked back. Now the next day you gotta go to Kabakalan or something like that. And, you know, you just keep on going. There's so many little cities here, man. And it's just it'll be an adventure at first, but after a while, it will literally burn you out. You cannot keep that pace. But regular guy's so good at telling stories, he wouldn't have to do that. He could just pick one area and do it. But yeah, vlogging like he was vlogging, man, you're going to get burnt out. Because it takes me a couple of days. I got to recover from coming from Dumagetti. And so imagine, okay, you come here and then you stay here a day or two. Now you got to go to Bacala, then catch the ferry over to Ilo, then ride all the way to Boracay, to Caddy Clan, and then get on another ferry. And then, man, that stuff, it looks fun, don't it? He said, sorry, bro, off topic. He said, what about the expat prayer? I need to have that printed out, man, on a shirt. The expat prayer. Y'all know it. No, but at BBC is nothing, man. He said the new Old Spice is far. I never knew that, man. I've got well, no, the lady was trying to sell me some Old Spice deodorant the other day when we were in Bacala. I was like, nah, it's okay. I can only use Secret, but I ran out and I got something else. What's that? I got that high performance. What's that? That is Old Spice. Yeah, he's terrible. Now, he really gets on my nerves. I can't watch it. You know, he will not say genocide. He will not say. He just keeps repeating the same thing over and over that you hear on the other uh, channels, making those same talking points. He don't look at facts. He said, Cal, what if any natural old school Filipino care products have you come across? And if you get here to town and hit me up, I love to hang. Well, I don't know. They basically see Merlin's one of those women, well, one of those people, period, that she doesn't even need deodorant. There's a gene. I looked it up because she doesn't use deodorant. She doesn't perspire there. She has no smell there. And I was shocked. I was like, wow. I mean, really, and now you know in America, you may not think you need it, but you need it, damn it. She doesn't use deodorant. But they've got some uh they'll sell deodorant cream here. I used that before. In a little round little thing, but most of the old school Filipino products I haven't really come across because I buy the same stuff that I buy at home. If I can't find it, I'll try to find a substitute. Well, over here is different though. The news here is different. This isn't the mainstream media. I'm talking about the mainstream media over there. Hell, if they have a car accident, they'll show the man in his head rolling down the street over here. Okay, they'll show if somebody got gunned down in their car, they're gonna show it. Yeah, yeah. Wow, just a 1 hour nonstop flight, Vietnam to Thailand. Wow. He says I like indisputable. I just like real life news, man. That gets to that cuts through all the bullshit, man. They've been lying to us. He said that scooter riding stuff is fun for a minute. If I need four wheels and closing cab, no way. It's gonna burn you out what he was doing. And I believe him when he said he's burnt out. Take a picture of Boopy on my phone. No, on that phone for me. So I can send it to that man. Excuse me. But yeah, he said regular guy and sunshine shows are the two best. I'd love to see them in a boxing match. He never offended me. Those guys are just jealous of him, man. If they would have never, he should have just kept on because they didn't put him through what they put me through. See, he didn't have to go in before the authorities and stuff like that. He never should have stopped and started engaging those people. That was his mistake. He should have just ignored them. But he's sitting there talking back and forth with Andy Omar and them and Mike Philby. And them guys are jealous of him, man. I mean, he probably would have 100,000 subscribers by now. He's got a very interesting channel. But the way he was going, you can't keep that up, man. I'm telling you. W Secret to Success will tell you. He'll tell you just from going from here to Cebu, it kick your ass. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And look for that members only video I'm uploading tonight, man. And it's called She Said I Could Do Everything. She said I could do anything to her, and I did. I'm talking about how I got exposed over here. Yeah, she said, you can do anything you want to me. And I did. And I just talked about that. I deep. What happened? What's that? What is that? Is that good? He said, I use Old Spice track. It's too loud though. Maryland's like, because when I go to bed, when I get out of the shower, I go to bed. I put a little bit of secret. That's the only thing I can wear over here that works for me. But when I put that high endurance dry cream from Old Spice, there it is over there. It like woke out of sleep. She's like, what you got on? She knew it was different. What's up, Wesley? He said, Cal, let us know when you get to the Nam. I want to treat you and your wife to a nice 2 hour meal. Oh, man. Thank you. Because I've heard so much about the food in Vietnam. That would be great, man. Well, it's coming. I promise you. I'm not going to say I'm going to do something. I don't do it. I'm getting my passport renewed. The minute I get it back, we headed to Vietnam. He said, I use Old Spice because there's hardly any choices here, but Old Spice is expensive. It is. I'll show you what I bought. Here, but when I got back to St. Carlos City, okay, here's what I bought in Bacala. This stuff is loud, man, but I don't know if it works. You know, I know for a fact this works, guys. You know, remember the old saying, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman? This is the reason, it's the only thing that really, because this will start to break me out. I've been using this for years and years and years, long before I came to the Philippines. It's the only thing that works for me. And over here, it gets humid, man. You sweat. You better have some good deodorant, because I'm going to tell you something. First impressions is everything when it comes to your personal hygiene. If you stink the first time you meet somebody, you will never outlive that. And that's the lesson I tell my children. If you stinking when you meet somebody, you're gonna stink forever. What's up? I love the chime from the hamster wheel. Yes, I'm old school. Yeah, see, we don't have no two for deal today with the Old Spice. Old Spice here costs just as much as man, the top brand in America, man. That's the thing about the Philippines. Remember, guys, the Aveeno lotion that's so cheap at Walmart and Kroger's and stuff. Over here, man, it's like prime prices over here. For the little small container, you're talking about 900 and something pesos, man. It's crazy. I mean, really, I haven't. I haven't, but you know, when you're in America and you got access to all those brands, this is the only brand I can use. It's the only one I trust, man. Because I can't be out there stinking. I'm in front of people and I'm going in and out of people's houses, man. And, you know, people ain't close to me. And most of them are women, older women, they smelling you. That's why I always wore the best cologne, but I only use just a tiny bit of it. A lot of us men, we use too much cologne. When you got good cologne, you only need a little bit. You know, I go like this. That's it. Because cologne is for those intimate moments, really. It's the woman's supposed to be real, real close, but she smell it. You don't want to smell you before you come around the corner. And that's the problem is a lot of men think that if I can't smell it, I don't have enough on. Now, if you can smell it, you got too much on. He said, Green Bay and Detroit balling out. Are they going to ball out? I'm so glad that Love is doing good. Yeah, yeah. He said, you got old dudes riding motorcycles for the first time in their lives over here. They're doing a whole lot of stuff. They're doing a whole lot of stuff over here. And getting married is the main thing they're doing over here. I call it, well, I don't call it, it's something called gray marriage. When you get married, if you're 50 and older, but don't you know the largest age group of people 50 and older that's getting married in their later years, 65 and over. And I see it over here. Damn. But I'm going to do, hey, what's up? Little bit. Freddie Sanders, he said, yeah, I'm a regular guy. 2 days before, I met regular guy 2 days before I went to the meet and greet with you. Oh, okay, yeah, he's a good guy, man. I never had any problem with him. He stayed in my guest house. He just seemed like a regular guy to me. I didn't know why. I had to really deep dive to find out why people were bothering him. And it was so petty, really. And, you know, they scared him, I think. They, you know, made him think that they really were going to get him in trouble, like he was really doing something wrong. But thanks, Freddie, for that super chat. Hey, welcome to the chat, Little Bit. Are y'all supporting Little Bit's channel? You know that's Frank Tate's wife, if y'all didn't know. Let's see what I forget what. Yeah, what is that? The fish. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. I got about 15 minutes. He said, yeah, I can't deal with bad breath. Well, see, you may run into it over here. And what's the best way, guys, to deal with it? Do you deny it? Because like I said, just by virtue of the foods a lot of women eat over here, you're gonna run into that. And a lot of women they can't afford Listerine. Listerine is expensive over here. You know, just a regular size Listerine, man, you're talking 247 pesos. That's crazy. That's not the big gigantic bottle that you get for $3.99 in Walmart. They eat a lot of fermented food over here, man. Dried fish and all that. Vinegar. I can't stand vinegar. Onions, garlic, balut, tooth decay, like the guy said, dentures. You might meet a woman here 20 years old with a full set of dentures. But she's, other than that, she's a damn piece. Okay, he said Calvin Towers is very effective. Also, if you have a bad odor. What is that? Is that an old school? Now, he asked about that old school Filipino remedy. He said, my granddad back in the day said the trick to minimizing body odor if you live in a hot climate was to cut out dairy and shave your pits. He swore by it. Don't know if I believe it, but cut out dairy products. He says, I'm married to the money, but we can be friends. Yeah, I could. It's a lot of things I could do. I mean, but I believe in action. Just like love is action to me. I don't have to get the government involved, but eventually, if it comes to that, I will. But I've already adopted them. I've already been taking care of them like they my own for 6 years. I don't need a piece of paper to do that. I mean, it's not going to do it now. If we decide, hey, we're going to move to America or something like that, now you're talking. Okay, it'll be a different. But we're paying for her a top-notch college education. Okay, I did that of my own free will. I'm really trying to break the cycle of poverty. Just sending her to any college for a teacher's degree or something like that. Now that wasn't gonna cut it. This young lady is really a scholar, man. I mean, she really loves school. And I said, look, if you're gonna go to school, you go for something that's gonna be worth it. Okay. And that's how you do that. But yeah, I've already adopted them. Hey, Angelo, he said, yeah, thanks for the super chat. He said, if I go back to Canada, hope we can hang out one more time before then. Lunchtime now. Take care. Hey, okay, yeah, let me know, man. So you must be, did your girlfriend's visa get approved? Are you getting ready to leave sometime soon, Angelo? What's up, man? Yeah, if it ain't broke, he says don't fix it. I say if it ain't broke, don't break it. That's my saying. I mean, we always want to get the government involved. If I make a decision, hey, let's get everybody on visa and go to America, then okay, I'll be in a position to adopt them. But adopting them over here is not going to do any good. The best thing to do to adopt them over here would be to take good care of them. See, you don't have to worry about Sahara being on the dating site. She's not going to be on the dating site. As long as I continue to do what I'm doing, you know, these girls in this house won't be on the dating site. They're going to go through the traditional Filipino uh, courting tradition, okay, and culture. Women miss out on that. The younger a woman is that you meet over here, the more likely it is she's going to skip out on all that because of dealing with you. But that's the decision she's made. But I think it's important because there is no dating and courting with us. The minute you get off the plane, you basically marry. My daughters deserve better than that. The women we're dealing with, they've made that decision. A lot of them have no other choice. Okay. But when you got women who have a choice, they're not on the dating site, guys. Okay. I'm just telling you. Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He said, how many people here have ever had their teeth cleaned or cavity filled, especially from the provinces? What do you mean in the Philippines, you mean? Because, that's commonplace in these Western countries. But you're right. They can't afford it. Okay. When I suggest to guys, I say, look, you're going to spend money with the young lady. Get her, make sure she's got field health policy. If you're going to spend money, spend it on something that's really going to be worthwhile. A college education doesn't cost much over here. Okay, dental insurance, health insurance, and stuff like that. Stop buying those stupid cell phones and stuff like that are going to get old, they're going to get outdated, and it's going to be money wasted. Put your money to good use if you really want to help somebody over here. If you just want to play games, then okay, buy the cell phone and all of that. Merlin's got that same Oppo phone I bought her 5 years ago. It's not important to her, and it just still looks new. Meanwhile, the phone I bought around the same time, I smashed the damn screen. But if you really want to do something to help the women, hey, thanks, Lilibet. That's what I'm talking about. If you really want to be of some help, if you just want to buy the girl, then okay, there's consequences that come with that. Okay, imagine once this young lady finishes nursing school and goes through, even when she gets a job here, she's gonna be contributing, helping her mother. And then after the 3 years of service to the country, now she can go anywhere. She's already got the hookup already. That's the reason we sent her to St. Augustine and Bacala. One of my subscribers, he's married. His wife is retired, head nurse in the United States, earning $140,000. He said, send her to St. Augustine. That's where I graduated from. Once she graduates, come back and see me. That's how Filipinos work. A lot of times it's not who you know, not what you know, it's who you know over here. Okay. What's up, Samari Harper? Tanzania, man. Wow. I got a friend who lives in Tanzania. He's married to an African woman. I met him and we went out to BGC. The first night I ever went to BGC. He came all the way from Africa to do his daughter's CRBA. See, those are the type of guys I like. He came all the way, and then he went to see his family in Virginia. But yeah, he's got a nice house over there. He said, I got an Oppo phone. Yeah, I mean, this is an Oppo phone I'm talking to you guys on. Okay. Hey, but guys, thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up. I got to get off of here, man. It's lunchtime. She's bringing me my lunch. I got fish, okra, mashed potatoes, and what's that? Cucumbers. hold that for a second. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all support, man. I could have been on here a little bit longer, but booby sleep, and they done already made my lunch. But take care, everybody. Stay safe and stay out of trouble, man. I hate what happened to Elliot Eastman, guys. You know, we send our sincerest condolences out to his family. They threw him overboard like a piece of trash. And I don't like that. I feel some kind of way about that. Yeah, Marlon hooks me up, man. You know, that's what I'm saying. I see why them guys be angry with us over here, Thomas. Thomas over here in Argyle. I remember I went to Argyle. That's where I met. I mean, I was within 10 feet of Gloria Arroyo when she was the president of the Philippines. Her convoy was coming through. We're standing on the street waiting for our bus. And here comes this like an RV, like a small RV. And it's her. She got her face out the window waving to the people. Yeah, that okra is good too, man. But take care, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Look for my next video. I'm going to upload one to my members only and my Patreon. Take care.